What is up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Gonna be doing I labeled it as the late July. This will be our second submission, technically, preview-wise in July. So I just labeled it as late July submission. I have to say this isn't going to take too long. Kind of shocking, but it's also not surprising. Was not thinking when we scheduled it. I was trying to just follow through with the weeks and go with a consistent basis on how many weeks between orders, and did not think about all of the events and things that were going on. And so I know a lot of the regular folks that submit with us were traveling or at the National, or I know a few other people were just literally just traveling, doing their own thing. So this order is pretty small. In fact, it's the smallest order we've ever done outside of like the 7-card order that had the Mickey Mantles in it, or when we sent that 1-card order that had the Michael Jordan. So this is the smallest, and it's kind of interesting. I wanted to share a few things with you guys as folks get on. This is the order, so it gives you an idea of how big it is. This is the order. But I was looking back, and it's kind of funny. I'm going to go over and jump to another screen here. And if you guys are chatting and I don't see it, I apologize. YouTube did an update, and for some reason it's not letting me pop the chat out. If you're in watching, say hello, because I want to make sure that it's still actually showing me the chat. I don't know what is going on with the chat. I was trying to watch a live stream the other day and I could not see the chat. So I don't know if something is screwed up in my browser or what. So if you guys are in chat and I'm not seeing it, I do apologize because it's not showing me chat. But anyway, so I see somebody hitting the hearts down in the bottom, but I do not see any chat, so this sucks. I apologize. My YouTube is not showing me any chat. But anyway, I want to go over here, and I got a few things I want to touch on before we get into showing the cards. Here is our first big group bulk submission we ever did. You see here, it was a 20-day. We did run a 10-day test before we opened it up to the regular 20-day submission. And even that was 130 some cards or something like that. Our first ever bulk submission was 1,320 cards. And if you see right here, I streamed this live on July 18th, 2020. So it was 4 years and 10 days to the day that we did our first preview of a bulk submission, not the little 10-day that we did, or my personal orders. This was when we first sent out group, like a large group submission. So it was kind of interesting that one was not our biggest. We actually had a 1,600 or 1,700 card order one time, but it was definitely up there. And now we're looking at 4 years, 10 days later, our smallest. So kind of bittersweet, but again, I do understand people are out traveling. Before I get into showing the cards too, I made mention in the podcast with Carlos and Eric, we made a post in the group. For those of you that may not have seen any of that, I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to Mason Frelli's mom, his dad Kyle, and his sister. Unfortunately, Mason has passed, and He was such a fighter. He loved this hobby. It was kind of sad that it happened like right before the Nationals started, because I'm sure it was kind of hard on them. Or maybe it actually, it might have actually helped them a little bit. Seeing, people share their thoughts and memories, but it's different ways. Grieving when losing someone. I've never lost a child, but I did lose my younger brother. And the emotions you go through can be so extreme one day to the next. But I did want to mention Mason. He was a part, even though I never got to personally meet him, he was a part of the Bobbles family, as it's been monikered. Refractor Jones in Atlantic City was handing out the Team Mason wristbands. I still have mine. I keep it on my desk, although it got too stretchy for my arm. I have the little magnet that I keep back there with the Larry Fitzgerald picture on my desk. And then 2 cards in my collection is, this Tops Now, where Mason got to meet Aaron Judge, and he actually signed the card and sent me one of those. And then he made sure to give me a Soto with his Mason Forelli collection label from the SGC submission and label that they gave to him. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. Was very thankful to be a part and be able to help him out. Give him a little bit of something exciting when the order came back. And even though, it wasn't much, but just sometimes little things like that can help. So anyway, thoughts go out to Kyle and his family and all of Mason's family. So let's get to the order. Again, this isn't going to take too long, but we're going to get it done. Also, I did want to mention the next submission when we post the date in the group. I'm going to ask everybody to please, let's go back to how we used to post underneath in the comments of how many cards you plan to send if you're planning to send. That way we can kind of get an idea. I honestly thought that even with people traveling, this was going to be a bit more than this, so it was shocking. Like, I was going to the post office every day and there was nothing there. We used to have it where every month people would post, we had people post, that way we knew what to prepare for. It kind of, was going smoothly without the need of that. We knew and prepared that people might send last minute, and so just be sure to check the P.O. box, right? This case, there wasn't the last minute ones pop in, and so not much here, but we're gonna get it taken care of and move on to the next. So first up, I have Drew. He is gonna be in box 1 here, and we will get through it. And I apologize. I am not ignoring anybody. If you just hopped on for some reason, YouTube on Safari is not showing me any chat. Like, it's literally here. I'll actually throw it up over here so y'all can see that I am not fibbing with you. Bam, there is my chat. This is my creator dashboard or whatever they call it. I have no chat, so I don't know what they have done for Safari, but it's not showing me the chat. So I apologize to all of you. You can hear me ramble, but I don't know what you're saying. So, anyways, all right, let's get to Drew. We got a classic WrestleMania. Got a little Hulk Hogan on there. A mosaic Paolo Banchero, and this is, thought this was a gold, but maybe it's just a yellow reactive. Kind of looked gold there. Here is the Optic. Select Jamal Murray. This is a What is the name on this? Wee Man. Couldn't see it because he wrote over his name. Wee Man, Allen Ginter auto. This one is authentication only, is requested as Chuck Zito. I'm gonna have to. I can't see the chat. I'm gonna have to text him and see if he wants if he wants auto grade on it or not. This one says authentication only, and it is Courtney Hansen. Here is a Harmon Killebrew Topps Fusion auto. A Fleer Greats Carl Yastrzemski. It is not numbered. Archives Ron Santo auto. Here is a Gretzky O-Pee-Chee 84-85. Here is 85-86 Topps Gretzky. Orlando Cepeda 59 All-Star Selection. 55 Bowman. This is Sammy White. Here is Milt Bowling from the 55 Bowman. Fleer Metal Kobe Bryant. Drew, if you are listening, I'm going to go ahead and send this, but I do not think they will do it. I'm just curious to see if they've been able to figure out any accommodations on coins, especially because my local card shop has gotten in some coins and was asking me. He has some stuff he would like to get graded, but I don't believe they will do it. I'm going to go ahead and send it just to check, but that is a Griffey little coin there. Here's the Topps Micro. And then here's the gold Griffey's. Shaq Barrett Panini Auto. Dejan Milojevic. This is a sticker. Mega Vizura. Here is a Clemente, and he put on here authentication only, and he asked if it's Venezuelan. Again, if you're watching, from when I looked up these for Venezuelans, I'm kind of confused because some are labeled Venezuelan that have the printed in USA on it, but I think all of the Clementes I've seen that were labeled as Venezuelan did not have the printed in USA. So I am a bit confused on it because some of the others did have it. I'm going to let them decide, and we'll go from there because I can't tell on the research I did. But here's a Donruss Greats Mini Minoso auto. It's not numbered on that one. Duke Snyder Relic. He had told me he had another one of these to send. This is Archives Gaylord Perry auto. Here is a San Francisco 49ers team checklist. Unmarked. And then last up is a Calais Campbell. If I could see the chat and Paul was in here, he would appreciate this one. Score Inscriptions Calais Campbell auto rookie, numbered out of 750. So there you go, Drew. All right, next we have box 11, which is the card seller. Start him out with an Inception Mike Trout out of 10 auto. Here's a Topps Tribute out of 10 Acuna auto. And I apologize if you guys are chatting. Again, I cannot see the chat, and I can tell the missus is on the phone, so I'm assuming she's not chatting. So I just wanted y'all to know I'm not ignoring you. Here's a Diamond Icons Miguel Cabrera auto, numbered out of 25. Diamond Icons Greg Maddux auto, numbered out of 25. Topps Chrome Black Orange out of 25, Jose Reyes. 55 Bowman Willie Mays. This is the 63 Mantle. Bowman Chrome Adley Rushman base auto. Also, just a shout out to everybody that watched the last video and all of the new people that subscribed. If you hopped on and watched this, I do appreciate it. Obviously, I don't do as much content as I used to, but as I mentioned in that video, I do think I'm going to kind of mash up a little bit and talk. You know, there's a lot of interjection with reselling and sports cards right now. I'm seeing more and more of it. I actually was talking to Jason and JD earlier today and a couple of days ago, and I was like, man, I'm seeing so many posts of how they're just like kind of crossing paths more and more and more. So when I initially started the other reselling channel, I didn't want to mix the two content spaces. I didn't know if the audience would even like want that. But that last video, the algorithm, like when I went into my studio and it said like what videos were suggesting the video, it was kind of proof that the algorithm is even kind of pushing it as a mix, because there was card videos that were suggesting it, there was reselling videos that were suggesting it, and it was just hitting both spaces. And that to me is another sign that obviously sports card and selling and dealing and all of that is kind of a similar thing, but I think the two are kind of meshing together even more right now. And there's more people talking about like reselling and sports cards, and more resellers talking about sports cards. And I don't know if that's a growth or a sign of the growth in the hobby, or which way it's going, but it's interesting to see. But anyway, here's a silver pack out of 199, Ellie De La Cruz. Here is a Topps Technicolor from Chrome out of 25, orange refractor. Kind of a cool looking card there. Here is a Stars of the MLB, Aaron Judge. And a Bowman's Best Refractor, Aaron Judge. So that is Card Seller. And next up, I have Mike. Oh, wrong box. Grab the wrong one. I have Mike Davis. All right. Starting off with the Playboy Chrome Donald Trump. Here's a Metal Universe All Millennium Michael Jordan. Fleer 97-98 Soaring Stars Michael Jordan. The Upper Deck Now Appearing Jordan. Topps Spark Plugs. Here is the SPX Hollow. I always liked this one when Mike Kaufman would send it in. I like how you could make Jordan like smile and then go serious. That was one of my favorite cards. Here's a Premium Team Skybox. Full Court Trap Ultra. I don't think so. There's a gold version of this, and it is very difficult to tell. I don't think this one is it, because if I remember right, it's something about embossing on the back, and I don't see that. So I'll have to look and see if I can remember what that actually is. Here's the Z-Force Boss. Again, if you're hopping in and you're chatting, I have, like, it's not showing me chat, so I'm not ignoring anybody. I appreciate all of you. I just am unable to see the chat. I don't know what has happened with Safari and YouTube chat. It's not letting me see any chat anywhere in live streams, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But here's the Skybox EX. Excuse me. All right, and then he sent in the, let's see, there's two Ds for DeRozan. The E, R, O, Z, A, N. And then he sent a duplicate A, duplicate N, and a duplicate E. So, and those are all out of 700. So again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the rookie class Threads DeMar DeRozan letter nameplates. So that is it, guys. Like I said in the Facebook group when I posted it, it was going to be short. And even with me talking and all of that, it took all of 22 minutes. So I do appreciate you guys that popped on. Thank you to Drew, Mike, and Card Seller for sending. Again, I'm not too down on it. If this continues, though, obviously it's going to be difficult sending in orders at a 60 card clip, because that's a very small order. But I think this was more due to several people that submit frequently. They're regulars. They were traveling. There was a lot of people at the National that sometimes submit. And also just the fact we are at the period where people are going back to school. People got responsibilities. There's vacations going on before school starts and all of that. I even am going to be going out of town. So there was things going on. So also we had just sent one earlier in the month. So it's not, it's not like it was the one submission of the month or whatever. But that's all I got for you guys. Again, please keep Mason's family in your thoughts. When we make the group post, just comment under there. If you're in the group, comment under and let us know how many cards you plan to send. That way we can see where things stand. But as always, guys, thank you. Appreciate all of you. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy. And until the next video,